Hi everyone, I am here. I'm just getting pulled up on my YouTube, trying to see if I am in the areas. Okay. Okay. So, I hope everyone is doing well. It looks like I'm good here. I am hopping on for those that received my email earlier today knows that I was coming on to share a bit of shop updates. So welcome to Steel Roots Market. I'm glad you're here tonight. Tonight is a late night, and of course I never get any time to go live. So this is a very rare occasion for me. And I will go ahead and say that I have a bit of the beginnings of a cold. I can feel the scratchy throat coming and a little bit of a cough, tickle, and everything. So I will be having some water breaks, and I have a cough drop here. But for tonight, I wanted to come on and give some shop updates, and I really wanted to get them in, get this live set up for you, because tomorrow's Friday already. I have been working on new surfaces, and I have some special offers happening right now in the shop. And for those that are not familiar, steelrootsmarket.com. I'll put the link in the description. It's for DIY supplies, surfaces, kits, all kinds of things. I have a lot of name brand items for companies such as you see here, IOD. I have several lines of recycled or decoupage papers and several lines of stencils, pen art, all kinds of great things that a lot of us offer for DIY supplies. So I have been working behind the scenes creating some new surfaces for Christmas, and I wanted to share because one of them has been going in orders. For anyone that orders with me that has in the past knows that I like to add little free gifts, and a couple of them have been going out, but then for my orders that are $100, I've been putting in an extra special one, and I want to share it with the other people. I did get it listed into the shop, but I just want to share it. So I'm going to go ahead and start and get this out of the way first. This is a bundle I have in the shop currently. It's the IOD Autumn Blessing stamp set, and I have several of these chalkboards. They're actually by Chalk Couture, and this one's my personal one. That's why it's a little bit chalky, because I've used it, and I'm going to get ready to do a little fun thing for Thanksgiving. But I put a bundle together with this stamp set, the chalkboard, and a bottle of the white chalk, erasable chalk ink that IOD sells. I do not have mine right here because I have been still using from, they had come out with a set of 5 in a kit. And this is my personal one, and so I've been using from this one still. This one is fun because you can mix colors and use it, but it's erasable chalk, and you can use it with your stamps with a brayer, and then put it on windows, chalkboards. If you have a special like container, like a vase or a pitcher or something, and you don't necessarily want to stamp something permanent, you could use these chalk erasable ones and do that on there and then wipe them off. So the special in the shop is listed on the website. It's this IOD Autumn Blessing stamp set, this board, because I have a few of these left, and then a bottle of the erasable chalk ink in white. I also do have, I think I have 3 of these kits left. These are discontinued from IOD. IOD is no longer offering these, but I do have some if you're interested, and that is on the website too. And all I do is I pour it right onto one of those thin mounts and use my brayer, use it right onto the stamps, and then stamp right onto the chalkboard. And I'm hoping sometime this weekend, I will be able to do my chalkboard, and I will share it. I'll try and video it all up so that you can watch it. But that is on there. These, you know, and the other thing I wanted to mention is you could easily dress this up if you wanted to. And you could, you know, put molds around here or do whatever you want if this is too plain, or you might want to leave it plain. But those chalk are really fun to do windows, like especially at the Christmas time. The snowflake stamp set by IOD, I think there might be 1 or 2 of those in my shop too. To use those onto the windows if you have big glass panels on your doors. That is something fun too. The second thing I want to mention, and I did not grab them, but I will just pull from my stash that I have some right here. I have 15% off. Let me see here. I have 15% off my stencil collections in the shop. And I was looking earlier. I have over 200 designs, almost just shy of 200 designs in my shop for different stencils. I have stencils by Mara, Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. I carry the JRB stencil line. I have Roycycled Treasure stencils. And there might be a few other ones in there too. If you can't find a certain one that you're looking for, say you know that there was a certain one by Royce, message me and I can try and get it. Or I might have it and it's just not on the website. Same with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. If there's a stencil you know you need, message me and I can try and get it. And then JRV. JRV has a ton of stencils. And like I said, I was looking earlier and I have just shy, I think I had like 195, 198 or something stencils. They're all 15% off, and that's going to be a limited time, so get in there. And if you want to get some of your stencils there's some really cute Christmas ones. I wish I brought some. I didn't bring them up in from the inventory. Really good Christmas ones and florals, all kinds of things. Like I love the Jamie Ray vintage ones with the like for the decor plates and things. Here's one. I think this is, oh, Decoupage Queen. That's another stencil that I have, is Decoupage Queen stencil. Yeah, so those are all 15% off. There's Christmas designs. There's fall, tons of fall. There's some, all the ones for like mixed media. You can use them for your junk journaling, all that fun stuff. So the stencil collection is 15% off. You do not need a code. It's automatic. And the other thing that I want to mention before I get showing the surfaces that I created is, and the details are on the website, on the front page. And if you're on my email list, I keep trying to remind everybody, I have the option set up for open box. Now, what open box is for when you're placing orders and I have been trying to clean out inventory. So say for instance, I clean out and I find that I only have 3 bottles left of Pentart Gold. And a lot of times if it's out of stock across all of us stockists, you know, it's hard to get your hands on, especially this time of year. So I will be doing product drops or special offers. And what I like about having the open boxes is you can go in, purchase it, at checkout, click open box. I will set it aside, and then when you're ready, you message me and I will send you an invoice for shipping, or if your order gets to $100, I ship for free. So it's just something to make it so that during this holiday season, if you see something that I have limited quantities or something like that, and you know you definitely want it, but you can go ahead and purchase, check out, and I will set it aside for you. And you can then wait till you get $100, or if you need it sooner, message me and I'll send you an invoice for that. Now, let's get into, like I said, all the details for all that stuff is on my website, on the front page. Message me and also get onto the email list. That's where I try to send my updates and all that. So let's get into the fun stuff. I have so many new surfaces that I'm going to be rolling out over the next holiday season here, and they will be in limited edition. I work by myself for all the things with this business as far as cutting these, the orders, the website, everything. So I only can do so much. This is one of the new ones, and I have been putting it in I just offered when anybody purchased an IOD item, it was a few days ago. I ran it for like 4 days. A lot of people got these in their package for the promotion that I was offering. I had offered anybody make any IOD purchase, and I was going to put a free DIY ornament, surprise ornament, into their package. So some people received this new one that has not been released, and I have gotten messages to add it to the shop, and I did. This is going to be so much fun. For what I originally was thinking is I have some stencils from JRV that are similar to the IOD crockery stamp, those vintage label type things. So I thought this surface is so fun because you have a nice wide surface. It will hold a beautiful decoupage image. You can glitter around the outside, but you still have that little flair of vintage, ornate, something fun. You could do both sides if you want. So that is one of the ornaments. And you can see more of the Christmas ornaments that I have been coming out with over there. And again, make sure you get onto that email list, because as I start cutting them, I'm just going to do a few at a time at night for getting them into the shop, and so that they get in there so you guys can order them to get making your gifts, your decor, and all those fun things. How pretty. Look at this stencil. Like, I'm looking at this now and I want to go play. Look at these beautiful florals around this. That would be fun. I love that stencil. But this is a vintage retail therapy by Mara, and it's one of the newer collections, I believe. And I don't have the names. She doesn't have the names on them. I can't remember all the names. You're gonna want to check out that collection of stencils because there are some amazing things, and I have some projects, surfaces coming out with some of them that I tried creating to go with them. So, and the other thing is I do have another JRV order of stencils coming in. So if they start to get, because I did have a couple orders today, if they start to get low in stock or they sell out, I will try and go in. What I generally try to do is when I see that, I try to go in and switch it over to pre-order so that you can go ahead and order it if it was one that you really wanted. Okay, I'm super excited about this next surface. I have a whole bunch of these that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be a faux plate or charger for you to decorate. It's going to come in several layers. So you're going to have your round base, and underneath it is going to be a small circular ring so that it gives it a little riser underneath. It's going to be 1/4 inch, just like this, and you're going to glue the top on here to make like a faux charger or a faux plate. Excuse me. And so it does have this little scored design around it. If you want to keep it like this, you could do your vintage creams, or you could do your chippy milk paints. You could stain them. You can do all these fun things, but how fun would it be to decoupage these and hang them on the wall? You could do your winter scenes. You could do molds and castings all around these. This would be great fun. And like I said, it'll have that little ring on the back so that when you're setting it down, you could use it as a centerpiece for like a candle with some florals. There's a lot that you can do with these, and I have a couple more designs that are going to be coming out, and I do have some other surprises that I'm getting ready to roll out with this. That was really fun. And so this one is listed. Excuse me. And I think this is going to be a really fun one to decorate. Like right now, Thanksgiving's coming, so you could take the IOD mold and do the acorns and maple leaves all around the outside edge, and actually put your real dinner plate in the center and use this as a charger. Of course, you wouldn't want to, it's not going to be able to be washed and all that. It's just for decor purposes, but really fun. So I was super excited about this one. Let's see. I just had to move these. I had showed you these before. I think I showed you before. They're on the website. Just some more vintage style ornaments that went into packages. Okay, this one I am so excited about. I had made these for gifts years ago, and they turned out beautiful. I did a dark base underneath, and then did like a milk paint finish on top, so it was very aged and patinaed. They turned out beautiful, and everyone loved them. So I do have a series. I have a few more designs of this coming out. The details are on the website. Excuse me. I knew it was inevitable, me getting a cold. My little ones have colds. I had them last week, and I knew it was coming. So this is a really fun one. Now, you could, if you wanted, you could add a hanger, like a sawtooth hanger on the back to hang on the wall. You could just prop it up into a hutch on your counter. They're fun to add into a wreath, like if you wanted, or your garlands. So they're just a lot of fun. And you could easily add a ribbon hanger, but it's just fun. And you could, here's another idea. I always love doing these because I love to share ideas. You could somehow design like a stick, not a stick, but a dowel or something to make it like into a plant, like a beautiful Christmas cactus or something like that. So there's a lot. These look beautiful, completely glittered if you love doing sparkle. But like any of your Pentart crystal pastes or any of those would be beautiful on here. So that one, and then I just have one more big one to show. And then I'm going to get done and go to bed. So the next one is this. I'm holding it this way because I think for the angle of the camera here for a YouTube video, is this large Christmas star. And I have this one labeled as a Christmas star because I am going to be doing some other shapes. And this, I'm super excited. This went into a few packages today because I had a couple of gals do $100 orders. So I put this surface in, and if you were if you're watching and you got those two, a couple of you got this star, I would love to see if you decorate it, if you would share it with me. I would love to be able to share what anybody of my customers are creating. How beautiful would this be? You could decoupage on this, you could glitter, you could do all the things with this. I also was thinking, I don't have one right here, but the angelic tapers mold from IOD, put one of the angels going down is what I was thinking for this. That would be so beautiful. And you could certainly make this as a focal piece or put a hanger and do all the things. You could put the tinsel, the vintage tinsel around the edge. There's just so many fun things with this piece. And to finish it off tonight, before I'll finish up, this is in the shop. You can buy it singly or a set of two, and you can ask for a little, I can put a hole in here so that you can put a ribbon in to hang. But again, you could do your own little hanger on the back. There's so many fun things, but look at this. Look how beautiful this would be layered. And you could do the glitters and all the fun things like that with that. So that is another surface added to the shop for the holidays. So I just wanted to share that because I had told my customers in the email that I was going to be releasing those. And I wanted to get this video out. These items are in the shop already. You can order them. They are in limited quantities. And don't forget, I have those other promotions. Everything's on the website on the first page. And you are always welcome to message me, okay? Thank you all so much. Look, I'm looking forward to crafting and creating with some of these this weekend, so stay tuned for that. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.